Good day. Today we are going to talk about positive classroom environment and reflect on two videos. One video is about online class and the other video is a physical class. First, the physical lesson. I think the teacher is doing a pretty good job considering that the class kids are not very old and the class is quite numerous, quite a lot of kids in the class. So first she starts with recalling the class norms. And we can see the students actually raise their hands to answer questions or to wait for the teacher to ask them to answer a question. The teacher spends a lot of time explaining the lesson objectives and give instructions orally, as well as she's writing them on the board, and she actually asks students as well to help her explain the lesson objectives and instructions to make sure that they understand. The teacher gives positive feedback as well to the kids when they give a good answer. The teacher lets the kids choose the book they want to read and to study, which is, I think, a good thing, because then the kids are more engaged. If they can choose, then they can own, then they will be more engaged and willing to read the book and work on it. And then we can see the teacher moving from table to table and answering questions. Most of the kids are actually engaged in this class. Online class, that's a difficult one, but I think the teacher is actually doing a great job from the video we can watch. First, she starts with a game while waiting for the other kids to actually join and connect to the video. Then she asks students to read and the learning goals and explain them to the class what are going to be the goals for this class. And she explains the difference between the meanings of obtuse and right angle, but not only in mathematical terms, but as well in English terms. And she's using as well a joke to try to get the kids to understand and be more engaged. And definitely it's working. You can see it's working very well with the kids. During the class, we see that the teacher is actually trying to get everyone to speak. So she's using a small whiteboard as well, which is, I think, a very good idea. To show things to the kids. She gives positive feedback. She asks students the answer to some questions, but not only just the answer, but as well the steps. How do they get to that point? The thing is that she manages on an online class to get the kids to move, so to stand up and then to turn around to see to actually illustrate or simulate what 4 90-degree angles do. And so every kid is standing up and then they turn 4 times and then end up in the same place. So I think it's a very good job on this one. She's using hand gesture as well to control the room. Touch your nose if you're ready, thumbs up when you're ready to watch. At the end of the class, she's actually asking the students what they have learned and if they have some challenges. And she's finishing by giving homework, or actually not giving homework, in a way that she's going to differentiate homework based on the students' skills. Area for improvement from the physical lesson. I think maybe the teacher could shorten a little bit the time she takes at the beginning to explain the lesson activities and objectives and instructions. See a kid at the back of the class that is playing with his iPad. It seems it's more difficult to connect with kids at the back of the online class. I think there's not too much to improve because I think this teacher has done a really good job actually. The whiteboard she's using, at one point you can see there is a reflection on it. So actually she's using a whiteboard, but with a reflection on it you cannot see what's written on it, or only 10% of it. So maybe we should be mindful about that. That if we use a whiteboard, then we want the kids to be able to read it. And sometimes in this class, all the students speak all at the same time. I mean, overall, very good online class. I'm very impressed. Thank you.